Alright, hello and welcome back to the Bob Cave. I'm back at it, getting ready to play episode number 31 of my 2003 WWE 2K25 Universe mode. As you can see, we're going to be playing Raw, NWA, TNA, and SmackDown from this week. So this is WWE Raw episode number 531 from July 28th, 2003. Starting things off, let's get into it. We got the Intercontinental Champion Booker T teaming up with Scott Steiner, taking on Test and Christian. Booker T and Scott Steiner are going to win that one. Next up, we got Bill Goldberg in action, and he is taking on Stevie Richards. We are going to be playing this one. And of course, we're going to be playing as Goldberg, you already know. Alright, let's do it. Goldberg and Stevie. Not sure why Stevie's hair is so shiny, but Stevie going one-on-one on a jawbreaker by Richards. Some jabs. A shuffle and a big right. Here we go, Stevie working over Goldberg now. Running double axe. Big rights by Stevie. Goldberg counters. Goldberg hooking him. Belly to belly. Now Goldberg hammering away. Double axe by Goldberg. Goldberg now stretching the arm of Stevie. Running clothesline. Counter by Richards, but a counter by Goldberg. And an STO by the big man. Richards jumping up, but jumping right into a press. And into a front power slam. What a maneuver by Bill Goldberg. Goldberg hooking him. That suplex throw. Goldberg tossing him up into a power slam. What awesome strength. And a knee drop by Bill Goldberg. Missed the clothesline. German suplex. Nice counter there by Stevie. Goldberg countering Stevie again. Screwed that up. Not really, because I didn't waste it though. Oh, big uppercut. A running back elbow spinning off of him, should I say, more or less. Stevie in control right now. Goldberg's down. That's fine. Regain your win, baby. Here we go, these two men firing shots back and forth. That one's on me. I missed two in a row. Not gonna be three. Oh, Stevie getting the best of him here. Stevie with the Stevie T. Goldberg kicking out. Goldberg with a spear. Goldberg hoisted him up. And down, jackhammer, referee in position. Goldberg with the win. Stevie put up a little bit of a fight, but not too much of one, to be quite honest. A little cut under Goldberg's eye, but Goldberg getting the victory. Goldberg victorious in this one-on-one matchup with Stevie Richards. 2.5-star matchup. You don't expect too much more in a squash match, that's for sure. Alright, next up we got Val Venus taking on Rico, and Val Venus is going to get the dub in this one. Alright, once we load Val Venus, the winner. After that, Kevin Nash and Chris Jericho up next. Let me crack open an ice cold can of Pepsi and ice cold can of whoop ass, son. Swig of Pepsi for the working man. I ain't getting paid for this advertisement either. Oh, hell yeah. Alright. Kevin Nash taking on Chris Jericho. Nash is going to get the win in this one by DQ. Alright, next up, we have a Raw debut, and that is Lance Cade. He is in action for the first time here, teaming up with Mark Jindrak. And these two men are going to be challenging La Resistance for the World Tag Team titles. But they are going to fall short on this occasion, as La Resistance are going to regain the tag team titles. Retain them, should I say. Alright, match number 6, our main event. Let's head into that. We're going to play this one. Molly Holly challenging Gail Kim for the Women's Championship. Alright, here we go. Molly driving her back to the ropes. Molly, of course, gonna take the low road and get a cheap shot in there. Gail driving her back. Referee breaking. Clean break there by Gail. Waist lock. Molly, stand and switch. Molly with a waist lock takedown. Shoulder block. A run-in shoulder block there by Molly. Gail unloading with some arsenal. Tilt the whirl into an arm drag. Into a variation of a hammerlock. Beautiful maneuver. Molly countering. And Molly with the hair pull. And Molly has just got to stay on top of her here if Molly wants to get the win. Elbow drop, nobody home. She missed that drop kick. A duck. Molly with the whirly bird head scissors. Got it. Molly hooking her. Snap suplex. And Molly Holly is in control right now. Molly. Northern Light suplex. Bridging with the pin. Referee in position 1. Just a 1 count. Molly unloading with some shots. Once again, back to that snap suplex. Floating over into a pin. 1, 2. Not quite. Molly Holly challenging for the Women's Championship here. Gale with the Northern Lights. Beautiful. Counter by Molly. Irish whip now into the corner. Molly, eating that crossbody. Drop kick. Molly now in control. Molly shot to the back. Molly with the sleeper. Got it locked. Gale fighting out of it though. Gale ever resilient, rolling it into a pin. Gale, the heart of a champion. What a maneuver by Gale. What a counter. And Gale hammering away on Molly now. Taking control. Gale, here she goes, the satellite. She's already locked in. That armbar. But Molly fighting. Molly out of it. Drop toe hold. Counter by Gale and a counter by Molly. Molly reversing it into a reverse DDT. Molly going for a dirty pin. Not quite. And as you can see, Gale did some damage on Molly's arms. Molly waiting for her to get up. Molly looking to finish her. No! Gale caught her. Sit down powerbomb. What a counter! Oh, what a counter. Oh, man. Shit. I gotta rematch that. That was a good counter, though. Oh. Hell of a counter by Molly. Oh, excuse me, by Gale. Countering the Molly go round. Mally go round. Gail Kim driving her back in the corner. Hold on. You already know. When I lose a match, I don't really replay it. I just submit and have who needs to win. Molly's going to become the new women's champion. It sucks too because that match was getting a good pace. I just didn't kick out in time. God damn it. Molly, need to increase her pin escape, I think, on here. That being said, though, we're going to head over to NWA TNA. Like I said, new women's champion in the main event of Raw. Alright, and as we head over to NWA TNA, I want to thank you guys as always for joining me here in the Bob Cave. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on all my social media platforms. If you haven't done so already, hey man, down below is where you'll find me, the B-O-B, baby. You got it. Alright, heading over to NWA TNA. Let's go ahead and edit these matches. Right there you see Frankie Kazarian, the new TNA World Champion. Cool as hell to see that. Alright, let's customize the matches here. Normal match, one-on-one. Our first match, we got a new creation, a new download that, yeah, look at that Elix skipper. That is on point, baby. That Elix is so good. Alright, Elix is one. And he's going to be taking on Jerry Lynn here. Alright, we're going to throw the same man in action. And a lot of these matches on here, we don't have the people that are actually fighting, but we'll discuss it once we get into it and who is fighting who here. Sandman. There we go, Wolfgang. Perfect, works for me. And we'll have Chris Sabin defend the S Division title next. We're going to be skipping at least one match on here. Or you know what, I mean, maybe we could do it in some degree. Let's do Shark Boy in a match at least. To where we're not leaving him out. Give me a show, yeah. Tyler bait. That works. That's cool. Alright, and as always, I want to thank all you community creators out there, past, present, future, then, now, and forever. Cannot do these streams without all you guys and your wonderful creations. So thank you so much for creating, everybody out there. Alright. Next up, Chris Sabin in action, defending the X Division title. We'll do it against Wesley, that works for me. X Division gold on the line. Next up we got Kid Cash. He's been challenging some veterans lately, so Kid Cash gonna be taking on, I almost don't even want to put him in the match. Like, I wish they had it to where you could do a mystery guy and select who it was. Kid Cash in action against Rock and Roll Ricky Morton, baby. Rock and Roll Express will never die. Rock and Roll's here to stay forever. Good old Ricky Morton. Don't know why I went onto like a Dusty Rhodes tangent there, but it happened, baby. It happened. It is what it is, baby. The American dream, son of a plumber, if you will. Ricky Morton is a bad mama jamma, baby. Alright, next up, we don't have everyone that we could use on this, so we're only gonna make it a one-on-one. We'll make it a cage. Or, you know what? Yeah. Alright, yeah, let's make it a one-on-one. Hell in a Cell. Works for me. We got Shane Douglas. And this was supposed to be a little different. And like I said, we'll discuss that when we get there as well. So, as I said in the beginning of this show, setting it up that things will be a little different. Everything would not be as it should be, but we'll discuss everything, so. Alright, and Jeff Jarrett in the main event. Surprise, surprise. Put them against Breezy. Alright. Okay, so we're going to play the first match with Elix. That Skipper is too nice not to play as him. And this will be the first time playing as that character, so at least this version of him. The other one I had was not, and I'm not trying to knock it, hey, it suffice for the time being. But don't need it now, so that, look at that goddamn Skipper. Looks like an in-game model, man. It's unbelievable. Same as that Jerry Lynn. Just gotta love the creation, the talent here. Let's get into it. We're gonna play this one as Elid Skipper. Prime time. So happy to finally have him. Patience is definitely a virtue when it comes to these games. It's just like, hey, waiting the long haul, waiting for a really good creation. I mean, I just can't get over this Skipper. I don't know how his moves are. I'm over here gloating about it, and moves ain't even set up. Here we go. We're going to play NWA TNA. This is episode number 56 of TNA. NWA TNA, that is, the weekly pay-per-views. This one's from July 30th, 2003. This opening match, the 2 out of 3 falls match, and we're picking it up at the second fall here. Elid Skipper has won the first. Alright, we got Lynn rolling through with that gator roll. Locking him in that waist lock. Counter by Skipper. I mean, that Skipper is awesome looking. Alright, that one's on me. We're gonna get a clean break from Jerry Lynn, you bet you. Skipper tossing them off. Missing the clothesline. German suplex there by Jerry Lynn. Irish whip now. Into the corner. Lynn turned on him. Forearm to the back. What's Lynn thinking here? Tornado DDT! Yes, Lynn nails it. Prime Time is in trouble. Springboard Tornado DDT. And a knee drop to the back. Lynn headed up top. Looking to fly. Yellow Skipper onto his feet. Lynn from the top. No, he thinks better of it. Maybe Skipper is too far away, but he just ate that drop kick. This match has been all Jerry Lynn thus far. Lynn back in the ring. Taking time to pander. It's playing possum. Jerry Lynn just wiped out on the floor. Now he's eating some guardrail. And Skipper out on the outside. Looking to take control. Counter by Lynn after that double arm suplex failed. Turned it into an arm drag. What a beautiful counter. Knee lift by Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn definitely the much more seasoned of the two. And proven so out on the floor here. Skipper with the counter though. Skipper head scissors. Skipper back in. In prime time. Looking to work him over. Gut wrench suplex. Beautiful maneuver. Elite's hitting the ropes. A dance. A shuffle. A shimmy. And a leg drop. Prime time. Prime time hooking him. German suplex with the bridge. One. Back club there by EOX. Skipper at taking control. Counter by Lynn. Lynn looking for a cover. Looking to end this one quick. Skipper out of it. Went for a forearm. Counter by EOX. Roundhouse back kick. Lynn never saw it coming. Skipper missed. Ate that knee though. Lynn. Tornado DDT out of the corner. Beautiful. Let's skip it. Let's Skipper kicking out. Lynn thinking of finish him. Not today. Skipper counters. Lynn counters. Forearm. A seesaw contest between these two men. Missed the drop kick. Skipper head scissors. Leg drop by Ehud Skipper. Prime time taking control now. Skipper hoisting him up. Swing bottom, got it. Skipper going for the pin. Not enough. Jerry Lynn kicking out. That spinning back kick to the gut. Now a forearm on Lynn. Here we go. Overdrive. He got it. Skipper going for the pin. 1, 2. Oh! Prime time. Thought he had him. Jerry Lynn. The grizzled vet. Moonsault by Skipper. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Elid Skipper with a win. Winning his 2 out of 3 falls match with a clean sweep. 2 wins in a row. Over Jerry Lynn. Prime time. Alright, 3.5-star matchup. Let's exit here. We'll sim the rest of the show, and then we're going to set up WWE SmackDown, baby. Oh, yeah. Better believe it. Alright. So, match number 2, the Sandman took on Edward Chastain. And Sandman wins. As soon as that's done loading, Sandman getting the dub. Alright, next up we got Shark Boy taking on Tyler Bate. What really happened was Shark Boy and Norman Smiley took on Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger. And Johnny Swinger and Simon Diamond got the win. Sadly, on this, on the community creations, yeah, Simon Diamond is available, but there is no Johnny Swinger. When you put in Swinger, it's actually listed as a bad word, so might be able to get away with Johnny Swinger. I had to look that way. Alright, so after that match, we got match number 4 for the NWA TNA X Division Championship. X Division Champion Chris Sabin taking on, he's actually taking on Michael Shane here, cousin of Shawn Michaels. So we got him taking on Wesley, and Chris Sabin's gonna get the win. Match number 5. As you can see coming up here, we got Kid Cash challenging an NWA legend here, Ricky Morton. Rock and Roll Express. Oh no, shit. I didn't want to play it. It's fine. We'll get in here, we'll back out, we'll send. Give you a little taste of it there. Rock and roll forever. Alright. Kid Cash is going to get the win over Ricky Morton. As I said, one NWA legend down, another one to go for Kid Cash. He calls out another one for next week, so we'll see who he fights next week. Match number 6, we got a Clockwork Orange House of Fun match with Shane Douglas, Brian Lee, and Slash, the New Church, taking on Raven, Julio De Niro, and Alexis Lurie, the Gathering. We do not have everyone that we need in this, so we just got Shane and Raven taking on each other in this one. And Shane's team, and basically Shane and the New Church win this, so Raven's going to take the L here. Shane Douglas going to get the dub. And match number 7. Alright, Shane Douglas getting the win there. Match number 7 is a guitar and a bat on a pole match. Yes, you heard me correct. Horrible, horrible booking here on this TNA weekly pay-per-view, but Jeff Jarrett taking on Joe E. Legend, and Jeff Jarrett is going to get the win over Tyler Bate here. So, alright, now we're going to head into SmackDown. We're going to play 2 on there after we set it up. We're going to set it up there, but we'll set it up and then we're going to take a brief intermission, guys. So, but we are going to play 2 matches on SmackDown, so stay tuned for that. But like I said, we're going to set up the show before we go anywhere. So once this is done loading here, we'll go right into that. Alright, let's edit the show. Okay, our first match. We got Rey Mysterio in action. Rey Mysterio and Kidman, cool. God, I hate the way they have that man on here. I do it like every time I stream. Mess up and accept it, and it's not what I want. JBL ain't even a thing yet. Did it again. Hit circle, jackass. My apologies, guys. My apologies for this delay. Ugh. It drives me nuts. So I know. And I do apologize, as I said. Alright. Circle. 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 Okay. Shelton Benjamin. And Charlie. There we go. Perfect. Save. And match number 2. We got Chris Benoit in action. Taking on Doink. Yes, you see that right. We'll talk about that a little more when we get there. Alright, next up. Right after winning the US title on the very first SmackDown, after winning it, he has to defend it. Eddie Guerrero has to defend his United States Heavyweight Championship against his former tag team partner, Tajiri. These two men, former tag team partners, they held the WWE tag team titles together, and Eddie turned his back on them. Alright, next up we got Shannon Moore in action. Matt Hardy's favorite mapper here, Shannon Moore. Along with Matt Hardy. Taking on Zach Allen. Alright, next up, Orlando Jordan's in action. I'll be taking on John Cena here. Alright, next up, we got the main event, a tag team matchup. Alright, we got Brock and Kurt Angle. Taking on A-Train and the Big Show. Alright, let's save the show. So, pretty big tag team matchup for the main event. No doubt about that. Alright, guys, I'll be right back. A brief intermission. Go ahead, get up, stretch. Use the bathroom, take a smoke, get something to eat. Do what you gotta do, but get your ass right back here, baby. Yeah, I'll be right back. Brief intermission, guys. Refill, bathroom break, whatever you gotta do, go do it. That's it. Get your ass back. Get something to munch on, man. Alright. guys, I'm back. Jack. Alright. Whew. Brief intermission and everyone's going, what the hell happened? Alright, we'll give everyone a sec to get back. If not, we're just gonna roll right back into it, Jack. Pretty big main event lined up tonight. Let me plug that in. Okay, alright. Here we go. This is WWE SmackDown from July 31st, 2003. This one is from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Let's get into it. Kurt Angle comes out, the WWE Champion. Angle comments on recovering from a broken neck. Says it's a dream come true. Brock Lesnar interrupts and says he wants his rematch. And the chairman, Mr. McMahon, interrupts and says Angle begged him not to honor Brock's rematch. And McMahon makes a tag match for later tonight. So McMahon kind of stirring the pot right now with Brock and Kurt. These two men have been friends as of late. After that, we have the SummerSlam 2003 commercial with Brock Lesnar, F5, and a shark. Pretty fun. Match 2, we got Cruiserweight Champion Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman in his corner as... You mind judging this theme? Nah, send it to me, man. Okay, let's start the show. Alright, let's get into it. Rey Mysterio taking on Shelton Benjamin. Benjamin, of course, got Charlie Haas in his corner. WWE Tag Team Champions, these two men. Alright, we're going to sim this first one. Rey Mysterio is going to get the win. After that, we got Jamie Noble and Tori Wilson as Tori Wilson arrives to his home, his hotel room. Hey, but that's the way it happened. I do apologize for that. I wish I didn't. Shelton should have won that, but it's all good. We got brighter things on the horizon for Mr. Benjamin, that's for sure. Next up, match number 2 is supposed to be Rhino taking on Chris Benoit. Rhino backs out of this match and puts Doink the Clown in his place. Alright, we're going to play this one as the Canadian Crippler Chris Benoit. The Rabbit Wolverine taking on Doink the Clown. And Benoit, of course, angry that Rhino backed out of this matchup. Rhino, of course, turning his back on him in a tag team matchup. Those two men, a team. Rooting for Doink. Doink looking to get the win here, that's for sure. Man, I'm having trouble finding a sweet spot. Alright, Benoit to counter. Elbow. And Benoit grinding. Needed a spine. Oh, definitely. Hey, man, if you're talking about Matt Bourne's Doink, that Doink should be in the Hall of Fame, to be honest. Like, he was so good. Such a good wrestler, too. And, hey, if you don't believe in it, running big boot there by Chris Benoit. There's a, there's a 2 out of 3 falls matchup with Doink the Clown taking on Marty Jannetty from a WWF Raw when it first started. That's so good. Oh, it's a really good matchup. Benoit taking advantage now of the Clown. Overhead belly to belly. Needed it back. Benoit working over Doink. Elbow to the gut by the Clown. Running STO. Doink looking to take advantage of this opportunity given to him by Rhino. Doink not backing down for 1 second from Chris Benoit. Benoit, big right hand from the apron. Getting back into the ring. Doink locking back up with Benoit. Benoit driving him back to the ropes. And we got a clean break from Benoit. Oh, not from Doink though. Doink with the cross chop to the throat. Benoit hooking him, gut wrench attempt. No, Benoit countered by Doink. Doink went for a neck snap. Benoit out of the way. Benoit hooking him. Power bomb. And Doink down on the mat. Benoit looking to take advantage of that. Big kick by the Crippler. Irish whip now, throwing over the top rope and outside to the floor. Referee starting a 10 count. As Doink the Clown is taunting Chris Benoit on the outside, who is on the outside. Benoit now throwing Doink back in the ring. Benoit taking him down, double leg. Sharpshooter. Locked in. Doink fighting out of it. Doink with a slap to the face. And Doink driving him down. Guillotine on that top rope. Benoit kicking out. Benoit counters, elbow to the gut. Counter by Doink. Counter again by Doink. Waistlock attempt by Benoit. Bulldog. Doink the Clown now. Not sure where he's headed or what he's doing, but I don't even think Doink knows half the time. Doink breaking Benoit's face against that top rope. Doink hoisting up Benoit. And Doink now hammering away. Big rights, Benoit at the counter. Fireman carry by the Crippler. Elbow to the gut by Doink. Doink with the running clothesline. An STO. And a cover on Benoit. Benoit kicking out of that. Benoit hooking him from behind. Shin breaker on the Clown. Benoit now torquing him. Spinning toe hold and an elbow drop to the leg of Doink. And a stomp to the midsection. No, Doink tried to counter, but a big stomp followed through there by Benoit. Yeah, Benoit running clothesline in the corner. Double leg, sharpshooter. Counter by Doink. Benoit clubbing blow to the back. Benoit headed up. Leg drop. There's Doink. What the hell's going on? Doink's music's playing. There's a lot of confusion. What the hell? Oh, nailed Benoit to the chair. Where's the referee? An abuse of the rules here. Benoit kicking out. Benoit counters, elbows to the gut on Doink. You son of a bitch. Yeah. Benoit. Crossface locked in. Tap. Tap. Benoit making him tap. Doink the Clown tapping out to the Crippler crossface. And the Canadian Crippler, even after the run-in, getting the win. Chris Benoit victorious. 3.5-star match against Doink the Clown. Alright, next up, Eddie Guerrero defending the United States title against Tajiri. But before we get there, Rhino leaves the building. Rhino does not even give Chris Benoit a chance at attacking him. Rhino leaves. Then we have Nydia. She interrupts Jamie Noble and Tori. And she takes Jamie, that's for sure, baby. She doesn't even give Tori a chance to do anything with Jamie. WWE Champion Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar talk. And Kurt says he'll give Brock a rematch whenever he wants it. So Kurt Angle basically saying that, you know, McMahon's lying about everything he was saying. Tajiri sprays the green mist in Eddie Guerrero's face during his entrance. And Tajiri returns after Eddie Guerrero's assault. So Tajiri returning after the assault and getting a United States heavyweight title match. And Eddie took him out viciously on the lowrider. Eddie attacked him, back suplexed him on the glass. It was mean. Alright. Yeah, alright. Alright, next up, Eddie defeating Tajiri. Eddie wins with the frog splash after he hit him with the title. So Eddie using the title and hitting the frog splash to get the win on Tajiri. After this matchup, we get a story of Zach Gowen, how he survived cancer as a child, and how he's still surviving and living his life to this day. In match 4, we have Shannon Moore with Matt Hardy taking on Zach Gowen. And Shannon Moore wins, and Matt Hardy attacks Zach Gowen after the match. So after this match, John Cena comes out and says that he wants a rematch against The Undertaker next week on SmackDown. And The Undertaker, with John Cena basically disses The Undertaker and Orlando Jordan, because Undertaker shook hands with Jordan, giving him some props. Cena didn't like that too much. Cena's going to win this one with the FU on Orlando Jordan. And Cena wins this one very quickly. Alright. So Billy Gunn comes in. I was about to say something else. Billy Gunn comes in and saves Tori Wilson from a threesome. And Brock Lesnar confronts Mr. McMahon. And Brock says, I'll earn my way next week by beating your ass. So Brock Lesnar saying, hey, he's going to beat Mr. McMahon next week in that steel cage match. All four are in the bed together. Tori Wilson, Billy Gunn, Nydia, and Jamie Noble. So we are led to believe that there was a couple swap here, orgy. Sable says she told us that she would beat Stephanie at Vengeance. And Stephanie did take the L. So Sable then introduces A-Train in the next matchup. So let's get down to ringside. We are going to play this one as the WWE Champion. and the future challenger, Brock Lesnar. Alright, here we go. Brock and Kurt taking on the Big Show and A-Train. A Connor roll by the big man. A 1 count. Gotta make that schoolboy. Alright, STO by the Big Show. Big Show starting off hot. Kurt Angle with the counter. Reverse DDT by Angle. Angle now from the middle rope. Looking to fly. Flipped. A senton, a swanton, a variation there. Taking Show down. A tag into Brock. Headbutt to the back. And a necklock suplex by the big man. The Big Show. Big STO by the Big Show. And these two men, no love lost. And a big time history front backbreaker there by the Big Show. Jawbreaker. Brock going to work, no. Show hoisting up Lesnar. Snake Eyes in the corner, driving him down. Elbow drop. Angle coming in. Angle, big rights on Big Show. Oh, the referee taken down by Angle. Whoops. And Brock with the counter. Multiple elbows to the gut on Big Show. Big Show eating that uppercut there. Brock with the spear. Brock spearing Big Show, taking the big man down. Into the corner he goes. And Brock, double team move here with Kurt. Holding him, double adds to the arm. Angle in, uppercut. And Kurt now working over Show, taking advantage of the big man. Spear by the Big Show. Out of nowhere. Brock with the save. Kurt Angle may be broken in half. Brock hoisting up Show. Gut wrench. Suplex. What a maneuver. And Brock working over Show with some elbows. After that deadlift. Gut wrench. Angle uppercut again. Missed the drop kick. Kick to the gut. Nailed that drop kick though. Big Show. Side Russian leg sweep. Counter by Kurt. Counter by Show. Angle. Counters. Arm drive by Angle. A stomp by Kurt and a tag into Brock. Shot to the back. Brock with the counter. Brock. Overhead belly to belly. Just tossing a Big Show like a baby. And a big right there. A-Train. Brock Lesnar going after him. Bad suplex on the apron. Yes, connecting. And Brock's just going to work on Train. Brock going after A-Train. Kurt after Show. Brock bringing A-Train down. Brock eating a boot. That gigantic boot of the Big Show. Brock out of the way. Brock tossed up. Kurt in. Counter by Show. Brock with the counter. Brock with that back body drop on the Big Show. And a double leg by Show. Here's a cover. Where's the rope break ref? Come on. Kurt taking out A-Train. Brock countered. Brock countered to toe slam F5. Brock hit it on the Big Show. Not enough. That brief hesitation may have cost him. Counter by Show. Waist lock. Counter by Brock. Counter by Show again. And Brock Lesnar just taking him down. Big shots. Big vicious shots there. Kurt trying to cut off Show from tagging in A-Train. But Kurt looking to make A-Train pay. Here we go, angle slam. Got it. Woo. Kurt working over Big Show. Into the corner he goes. Tossed up press slam. Angle now. Crawling over to the corner. Angle. Eating the ring post. Shoulder first. Kurt picking the ankle, trying. A-Train sidestepped him there. Kurt counters. Counter by Train. Kurt countering again. Angle went to pick the ankle. Big back club. And Brock in with a stomp. A-Train with the counter. A-Train with the bicycle kick. Taking down Kurt with that fake out. Irish whip off the ropes. Angle eating a back elbow. Into the corner Angle goes. Angle getting him this time. Picking the ankle. He's got it. Ankle lock. Big Show in with the save. The big nasty bastard making a save. And Angle back on his feet. Rikishi driver by A-Train. Get out of here. No way. I'm not ending it that way. No way. When the hell did he ever hit a Rikishi driver? Not going out like that. That's bullshit. Get Brock in there. Brock going right to work on Big Show. Hey, you play on Legend. That's the way it goes. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Should not have lost on that. Angle's got resiliency too. I don't know if I didn't have enough blue built up or not, but it is what it is. Brock's just unloading on Big Show. Show counter and headbutt by the big man. I'm gonna toss your big ass. Vertical suplex. Big Show out the back. Angle in. Big time right angle. Back suplex on A-Train. Angle removing the stuff off the announcer's table. Kurt with a counter. Suplex by Angle. Drop kick, Angle, and Brock all over A-Train. A-Train giant toss. And Brock rolling to the apron. The Big Show out after him. STO. Brock unloading. Deadlift. Gut wrench. Suplex. And Brock, big right hand to the A-Train. And bad suplex to the massive man. Knee lift. And Brock is all over him, stretching his arm now. Big clothesline by Brock. A stomp by Brock. And Lesnar now, multiple elbows to the Big Show. Brock hoisting up Show. Backbreaker. A second. And just tossing him. Brock now. Brock counter on the Big Show. Brock overhead belly to belly. And a tag in the A-Train. A-Train in. Yelling. But Angle making him pay. Angle. Moonsault. Connected now. He missed it. A-Train Irish whip off the ropes. Angle. Counters. Waist lock. Angle counter. Angle flipping right out of it. Counter by A-Train. A-Train eating a jawbreaker. Angle counters. A-Train counters. Irish whip into the corner. Counter by Angle. Angle waist lock. A-Train counters again. A-Train running DDT. Big A-Train ain't going for it. And a kick out by Kurt Angle. Double ass to the bat by Train. Angle from behind. Reverse uppercut to the back of the head. Angle at the big right now. To the Big Show. And a big back suplex on the apron to the Big Giant. Angle slamming a Big Show face first. Angle counter on A-Train. A-Train counters. Big headbutt by the big man. And Train tagging in the Big Show. He missed the drop kick. Kurt Angle. Angle slam. Calling it on the Big Show. Angle slam on the Big Show. One, two, not enough. Tagging to Brock. Brock counter, spinning back kick. Brock, F5. F5 by Lesnar. No. Counter by Show. Brock called him no. Spear. Attempt. And a shoulder block nailed by the Big Show. STO by Brock. Spear. Angle running clothesline. And Kurt tossing Big Show to the floor. A-Train taking out after him. Bicycle kick by Train. Counter headbutt. Kurt taking him down, double leg on a Big Show. The hard draw. No. Ah, son of a bitch. Of course something like that would happen. The main event. Unreal. Well, I'm gonna just go back and sim that bad boy. I apologize for that. It would have been a double count out anyway. God damn. Little hiccup there. Ugh. Gotta love it when that happens. Will it be my third time playing it? I don't know, man. That's how much like, just go home. Ugh. Horrible. How'd that end? Did it list it as a draw and then fucking end it? It glitched on me? Okay, good. Alright, so we're gonna just sim it. Sim it. Angle and Brock are gonna win this one. Immediately after the match, though, Brock Lesnar turns his attention to Kurt Angle, hits his ass with an F5, and Mr. McMahon says that their match next week will be in a steel cage. So Angle and Brock getting the win. Brock F5 and Angle. Brock, of course, facing off against Mr. McMahon. That's facing off against Mr. McMahon next week inside of a steel cage. And we'll see what happens next week. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. Episode number 31 is in the booth, so I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on all my social media platforms. Excuse me, if you haven't done so already, please do. Down below is where you're going to find me, the B.O.B. baby. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for all of your positive feedback. Thank you all so much. Thank you, community creators, past, present, future, then, now, and forever. And until we meet again, my friends, this is the Bob signing out. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more content coming your way live.